Both teams has clinched playoff spots.
Both teams have clinched playoff spots, so our playoff order is pretty much set here for 2A Division I District 9.
I believe so.
Honey Grove looks like they're going to, barring what happens tonight, of course, likely be district champions, followed by number 2 seed Cooper, then 3 seed Rivercrest, and, of course, Pewitt in at the 4th seed.
Yes, sir. Honey Grove won the toss and deferred, JB.
And, well, Lance, it's been so much fun this season. It's hard to believe that Week 11, the final week of the regular season, is here upon us.
Already here, JB. It's crazy, isn't it?
You know, like these fine athletes out here and all these coaches and all these fans here in the stands, you know, and you guys up here with us. I mean, we get excited about it all year long and seem to can't wait for it to start. And then just like that, almost in the blink of an eye.
It's over with. Yes, sir. Gonna be interesting, JB.
For the Bulls' point of view, you've clinched, like you say, so back to the postseason. In your words, I like how you said it, back on the board.
Back on the board, baby.
You know, so no matter what happens here tonight, we're back at least to a 500 record, if not a winning record, with a postseason appearance.
Right.
Pewitt, of course, has had a couple of tough, heartbreaking losses. White Oak and Hugh Springs were really close ball games. You were really close to finishing with 6 or 7 wins there, depending on how you look at it.
Played Cooper pretty close, too.
Correct.
Biggest part of the game.
Coach Russell's come in here with his staff and done a good job coming in, turning around the program. This kick is eventually going to be fielded by Champ Bailey over on the far side. Looks for room. Hits the seam right up the middle of the kickoff coverage. One man to beat, and he does. Looking for the end zone, Champ Bailey, the senior receiver, takes the opening kickoff back.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
What's that one going to be, Mr. Jimmy? About a 79-yard, 80-yard kickoff return right there?
Wow, what a way to start it, JB.
Huge opening kickoff return for the Pewitt Brahmas and Champ Bailey.
Yes, sir.
You know, if you're following along on this stream and listening to us, then you know that Champ Bailey's had much success returning kicks throughout his career.
Right.
That time, able to get free, hit the seam of the coverage team, and turn on the Jets. The Bulls line up to go for the 2-point conversion. No good. I don't know about that spot there, Lance. I thought he was in.
Yeah. You know, JB, that goes back to them bobbled kickoffs. When them kickoffs get bobbled, something always seems to happen.
Yep. It's easy for the coverage team to get out of their lane or hesitate just a second.
I don't know what it makes you do, take your eye off the ball or what. I'm not sure, but.
And so the Bulls open up with a kickoff return for a touchdown and lead 6-0 with 11:43 left to go here in the first quarter. And we always get to talking about how the game script goes. That's about how you wanted to open it up right there.
Yeah. Hey, JB, that kicker wasn't. He didn't quite know how much speed Champ had, did he? He thought he had Champ ate his angle up pretty quick.
Yeah, that's right. Champ, of course, also switching hands with the ball right there, getting the ball to the outside shoulder right there, and then showing off that speed and acceleration right there to cap it off with a touchdown.
About the 35 right there. He kicked it and shifted gears and took off, found that seam and took off.
Got to give him credit, too. Initially, he started going to the right side of the field.
Right.
Looked the other way, seen some more green grass.
What a way to start.
And what an exciting start here for the Bulls tonight. And, hey, what a way to start on senior night than with a senior, wide receiver number 1, coming up with a huge play.
Yes, sir. Pretty sure that's going to be our first kickoff return for a touchdown this year. We had a punt return, right?
Correct.
Wow. You got to like it.
So here we go. Another senior to mention, Ian Mares, set to kick off for the first time tonight for the Bulls. He goes with a high bouncing onside kick and recovered by the Bulls.
Yes, sir.
And what a sequence right there from the Pewitt Brahmas. Coach Russell and company going for the onside attempt, coming up with another possession here early in the football game.
Yes, sir. What a nice onside kick, JB. Got that big high hop on it.
Speaking of a senior kicker right there, coming up with a huge, huge opportunity for your football team. Like you said, got that favorable big hop right there. Went right over the first wave of defenders there, of linemen there.
Couldn't have drew it up any better.
Correct. And now Zavala sprints out of the huddle, leading the way. And the Bulls are on offense here. 2 possessions in a row. Offense led by senior quarterback J.D. Smith. May have a penalty marker there. It's going to pull us back, Lance. It's going to be false start on the Bulls.
Don't need to start chasing chains this evening, JB.
Yep. You've had a lot of things go your way.
This Honeygrove defense is good, more or less to give them an extra 5 yards.
We were just going to get into talking about that. This Honeygrove defense for the last couple of years has been really stout.
Yes, sir. They got hit with a wave so far here this evening.
So here we go. It's going to be 1st and 15. Empty formation. Watson on the move on the jet sweep. Looking for room around the right side. Picks up a few yards.
Still on his. What a run.
Good pursuit that time from the Honeygrove defense.
Yes, sir.
So as the Bulls are back on offense here early on, 6-0 they lead with 11:23 left to go here in the first quarter.
Would he get a couple of penalty yards back?
Correct. Now you got to think about it here, Lance, right here too, maybe a little bit tempo-wise. You know, it's still very early in the ball game, but you might not just want a 3 and out right here and just give them the ball right away real quickly.
I just wonder if Coach Russell's going to go up top right here.
It'll be interesting to see if he goes to the air, maybe some sort of trick play. He's been ultra aggressive tonight. We know he will do it. So we're going to start with a split twins to the left, which is going to draw another penalty, illegal shift. It's going to back the Bulls up offense even further. 2nd and long here.
Got to get locked in up there.
Looking to get some of this penalty yardage back. You talked about this Honeygrove defense. They had a run there last year where they pitched shutouts all the way up until week 6, 7, 8 or something like that, midway through the season. This time it's going to be a snap to Watson.
Stumbled up.
Tackled in the backfield for a loss. That's that Honeygrove defense you mentioned right there.
Yes, sir. Pretty good linebacker play. I don't know how many 3rd and 21s you got in your playbook, JB.
Nobody's got them. You're just kind of hoping for something right here, hoping to spring something loose. Now right here, you've got the field to the far side of the screen right here. Maybe you try to utilize that, get an athlete out in space, throw the ball out quickly on the perimeter. We've seen reverses. We've seen hook and laterals throughout different points of the season. Watson takes the snap, keeps it over on the left side. That one defended well by the Warriors.
Yes, sir. They're getting to KD before he never gets started here this evening.
It's going to bring up 4th down here for the Bulls, so looking to punt it away here to try to save some field position. That's a disappointing drive right there, Lance, to say the least.
Yes, sir.
Especially after the onside kick right there. The penalties, they just backed you up right there, weren't able to overcome them.
Right. Oh, he's offsides. He's offsides.
Hodges gets this one away, low line drive punt. It's going to take a Pewitt bounce, and it's going to set him up with great field position defensively inside the 10. So, you've had 2 possessions, scored once on a special teams kickoff return. Honeygrove takes over for their first offensive possession with 8:46 left to go here in the first quarter, and you get to see your first look at the Warriors' offense.
Yeah. Yeah, JB, we touched it twice and didn't even win the toss. So
ahead in the possession so far.
Yes, sir.
Now, for the Warriors right here, they've got a number of talented skill position kids right here. They're going to be led, of course, by senior quarterback Levi Beavers. He stepped in and played really nice for him at the quarterback spot this year. This time, Beavers takes the snap, looks for room right up the middle.
77 Zavala from the linebacker spot making the tackle.
Another senior right there, Jet Zavala. 2-way starter, linebacker, and your center, of course, on the offensive line. You got to recognize some of these senior kids here tonight,
Right.
Lance, for their effort, buying in for the future. You know, when you come in, when you got a new coaching staff come in, your last year, you know,
Yeah. You just trying to-
that's all you can expect is them to have that leadership to believe and buy in and get everybody else feeling the same way.
help lay the foundation.
Exactly. This time, Beavers looks for room on the right side, met by Hill and company,
Wow.
and a tackle for a loss for the Bulls defense here on second down. Excuse me.
Nice penetration by Bud Hill. Getting the backfield.
Yep. For Honey Grove tonight, you're going to see a spread offense, very multiple, very versatile. They like to use the quarterback run game. The story with them, from what we've kind of been keeping up, we know that they've battled injuries all throughout the year. They've got a big-time recruit over there. I believe the Morris kid, I think he's been out of the lineup for the most part. They've got a young sophomore back there, 21, Bailey. He's a good-looking back. This time, Beavers rolls right, throws deep, incomplete, intended for Drayton Pat.
Zavala on the coverage.
It's a pretty good ball delivered there by Beavers right
Not
there.
bad.
Led him right there and hit him just about in his hands right in
Right.
the spot.
Zavala just missed time. His jump just a little bit. But what about this Bulls defense? Getting a 3 and out right
There
here.
we go. There we go. Great point right there. Got to tip your cap right there.
Yes, sir.
Coach Rodriguez and staff coming up with a 3 and out early.
Yep.
Back deep to return. Who do we got? KD Watson. Spiral punt. It's going to take a good Pewitt bounce.
Got it on their side of the field, JB.
Yeah, that's right.
Defense did their job.
Exactly. Great point right there. That's just what you wanted your defense to do, how you wanted them to respond. So now, after that turnover, after the punt, 7:20 left to go in the first quarter, 6-0, Pewitt leads.
Need to go ahead and get the offense needs to get rolling right here.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You need a first down at least. You need some
Right.
kind of confidence, some kind of momentum and success.
Got to keep the momentum on your side. You got all the mo.
Short term goal, we got to get a first down, Lance.
Right.
Short term goal, just get a first down.
We got all the mo right now, JB.
For sure. You've got them on their heels. At home, senior night, you can really take a foothold in this game early on. Boone Hodges in motion. Smith fires it out quickly. It's going to be caught complete. Watson's unable to get any yards after the catch as he...
They called it incomplete, JB.
Did they? Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, that's actually going to save you some
Yeah,
yards
I
there.
can say that's better for us. He'd have been down right there. He caught it on his knee, so he'd have been down right there where he caught it at.
That time the Bulls looking to go to the quick game right there, the perimeter screen game. Second down for the Bulls. Ball at the 47-yard line. Smith hands off to Watson over on the left side as he stonewalled.
It'll be tough sledding in there this evening. It's like
And this Honey Grove defense is as advertised at this point so far,
sure have been.
not allowing a first down offensively.
You know, but Bulls offense is kind of, I don't know if you call it hampered or what, with JD not being able to run the ball hardly at all.
Yeah, that's a great point.
You know,
He's been banged up here at the later part in the season right here, and it's definitely affected his mobility and the ability to run him.
And he was a big part of our offense running the ball.
Early on, he had games where he had 25, 30 carries. He was a big part of the
Right.
amount of carries. This time, toss over on the right side. Wuda Betts with a head full of steam. Gets a block out there from his backfield mate, KD Watson, and that's going to be enough for a first down.
I believe so. No. Yeah, he moving like that.
And so that time for the Bulls offense, we went under center, wing T. We had the shift to the left side and ran toss sweep to the right side. So a little misdirection there. Tendency breaker, you like to say.
To the weak side.
Correct. Clock rolls, 6:20 left to go here in the first quarter, 6-0.
Not in no hurry now, JB.
Coach Russell taking his time a little bit right here. I think that's wise of him right here at this point in the ball game right here.
For sure.
Midway through the first quarter, you've won it just at this point right here.
Right.
So why not take a little time off the clock right here and keep the ball in your possession?
Shorten the game just a little bit.
Correct.
Every chance you get.
Bailey and Watson are going to be split out to the left side. This time, a handoff to Wuda Betts as he stopped right at the line of scrimmage, maybe just behind it.
JB looks like the big fellas up front may have their hands full this evening. Honey Grove defensive line.
They are fast.
Pretty rough. And been rough for the last couple of years.
Sophomore Wuda Betts on the carry right there. We can highlight his season a little bit. Total yardage-wise, receiving and rushing, he's going to be a little bit over 800 yards with 11 total touchdowns. Pretty solid sophomore campaign right there.
For sure.
And he's also, like you said, been the two-point king, a plethora of two-point conversions.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. This time, Smith fires out quickly to Betts, looking to get a block from Bailey, and does. And that one's going to be, depending on where they spot it. What do we got, Jimmy? First down yet?
Going to be just a little short.
A little bit short, so it's going to be 3rd and inches, looks like.
We're talking about Wuda. That's just part of Wuda. One of the parts of Wuda's game right there.
You talk about his frame and his physicality. He is a tough tackle out there on the perimeter.
Right. Once he gets his shoulder squared and gets going, he's tough to bring down.
Oh, yeah. As a cornerback, that's about the worst thing you want to see coming. Yeah, you don't want to do that on Friday night. You want to get interceptions and bat down footballs. You don't want to have to tackle. Let those guys in there in the front 7 handle all that work right there.
Gonna get the quarterback sneak out of the deal here, JB?
Very well could. 10 seconds on the play clock. Let's see if we get it off. Looks like Honeygrove's ready for it. Smith under center. There it is, Lance. Quarterback sneak. And what a great surge and push from the Bulls' offensive line.
The young man still hadn't went down. Nice first down, move him.
When they needed inches, Smith comes up with about 8 yards on the quarterback sneak.
I think he's maybe trying to show that he can put a little pressure on that ankle this evening.
Well, it's a double-edged sword as for me and you and a lot of people close to him watching, because he's a handful to bring down. But, you know, when you get that pile of bodies in there like that, of course, you just don't want to see him get rolled up in any kind of way.
Right. He checks out here.
Here we go, 1st and 10. That's what I was going to say here. You might get a little different personnel package, maybe a little bit of single wing / wildcat here, Lance. That's what it's going to be. KD Watson in the gun.
That's going to be fine. Motion.
False start there. Back you up 5 yards, So 4:24 left in the first quarter. 6-0. Mr. Jimmy, there's going to be a 3rd penalty of the night, of course.
On 2 drives.
So you're winning a few categories, the penalties not being one of them.
What do we do there? Just move the ball?
I guess they misspotted it by a yard. Looks like knee counting out there, Lance. Man in motion. This time, Watson able to save it at the last second.
You better go down, young man.
So with trouble with the snap, KD's tackled for a big loss.
JB, them penalties are just drive killers.
Yep, and then to go along with a play like that, just 2 negative plays.
Yeah.
You know, 2 big-time negative plays. Now you're looking at about 2nd and, 20.
You're not having to run that play there if you're not 1st and 15.
Correct.
Been our own worst enemy so far here this evening.
Correct. Play clock's at 15. Let's see if we get something off here, Lance, or we're going to be forced to use a timeout. Down to 5. Watson in the gun. Sends Hodges in motion. 2, 1, just get it off. Watson looks for room over on the left side. Finds a little bit of yardage forward, close to 4 yards there. It's going to set up 3rd and long. Clock rolls right at 2:45 left in the first quarter.
Gotta like it.
So, Lance, you're in 4-down territory right here, so you don't have to get all of it, but you're looking to get a chunk of it, at least half of it. Maybe a shot to go to the air right here, Lance.
Need a good start right here.
We've seen the quick perimeter game so far. Maybe this is the chance that you take a shot downfield, maybe on a little pump fake, a little pump and go action right here. Let's see if his offensive line can give him any kind of time to get something down the field.
That's going to be the key.
Smith pump fakes, looks downfield, got Bailey, caught, complete. Champ Bailey reaches for the end zone, and they're going to call him down just short. Champ Bailey,
what a catch.
Senior wide receiver, coming up with a huge completion there, taking the Bulls down to the 1-yard line.
And you called it, JB. JD had to pump fake over here to the short pass, and they bid on it, and Champ went with it.
So the Bulls lining up quickly, going for the sneak.
He's in.
Snap, no signal yet.
He's laying across the goal line.
Touchdown. The Bulls go up 2 scores here in the first quarter versus Honeygrove. Senior night here at Brahmas Stadium. You told me, Lance. You told me.
I told you it was in the air, JB.
It was in the winds.
It was in the stars.
So you jump out to a 2-score lead here. 1:57 left to go in the first quarter.
Probably go for 2 here. Try to
Looking to go for 2. You really need this one right here. I mean, it's not a must-have, but at this point in the ball game, to go up 14 from 12 would be huge.
Right.
You stole the possessions. You're winning the possessions. This time, Watson's the lone setback. Big shift. Smith under the center. Misdirection. Finally gets it to Watson. Scrambles back and forth.
Not going to do it.
So it's going to be unsuccessful on the 2-point conversion as the Warriors keep the Bulls out of the end zone. 12-0 our score with 1:57 left to go here in the first quarter.
Wow, what a start.
And the Bulls have came in and shocked District 9
Well, you know,
2A Division 1.
JB, we was talking about last week's game that's probably the best we'd played here in 3 or 4 weeks, that we had thought looked like to us. That's the best we'd played in 3 or 4 weeks. And just keeping the momentum going.
Right.
Coach Russell could have had this like a playoff game, all week.
Yeah, you mentioned that right there as far as knowing our seating is locked in. We talked about the game being moved up a day early for potential weather and a lot of other factors. Honeygrove didn't have a JV. Also going for the playoffs forward. A lot of your lower classifications have Thursday night games.
Right. Well, you just try to stay on schedule there because if you make it to Jerry's World, you're going to play on Thursday there.
Correct. Also, if you're looking at it from your opponent, I don't know if Wascom moved their game, but you get a day ahead on them.
Get a day ahead on them. Wascom usually plays on Thursday, though, it seems like, in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, you alluded to it right there. Just about anybody that's making a deep run, that's what they're going to want to do early on.
This Honeygrove bunch is stunned over at JB.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit, to be honest, a little bit of mojo, a little flat kind of looking over there, like you say. It just hasn't gone the way they expected here to open up right here.
No. A lot of football left to play, though.
A lot of football left to play right here.
Yes, sir.
So Mara is set to kick it away once again. Let's see what kind of kick we get here, Lance. Maybe another hop, something favorable in your way, or we're going to kick it deep. This time it's going to be more of a line drive kick out of bounds. It's going to set the Warriors up with good starting field position.
I believe I'm kicking it there than I am kicking it to 10-8 back there, JB.
Well, let's see how the defense can respond for their second series. Last time you were able to pitch a 3-and-out there against the Warriors.
Yeah, they tried to run the quarterback the first 2 times, and then he threw a pretty good pass on 3rd down.
Yeah, that's exactly right there. That's exactly how that drive went. Let's see if they opt. In my opinion, they're going to keep the quarterback run game. That's going to be a factor that you have to stop all night. The Beavers kid, he's a physical-looking kid. Well, now we've got Morris stepped in at the quarterback spot right there, so there you go.
There you go.
Morris in the gun. Man in motion. Keeps it. Off the jet sweep.
No, sir.
Met with resistance there in the backfield.
Flying to the football, JB.
Tackle for a loss for the Bulls defense.
Bud Hill, Savala, Bowski.
This Bulls defense smothering a little bit here early in the ballgame.
Coach Rod got him moving.
So it's going to bring up 2nd down. Rylan Morris still at the quarterback spot. This time he's going to send jet motion the other way. Hand it off. Looks for room.
Nice.
Eventually wrestled down. That time number 3, Drayton Pat on the carry.
25 Bowski on the tackle. 3rd down. Get off the field right here.
79's a good-looking kid, ain't he?
Yeah.
3rd down for the Bulls right here. Got to get off the field, like you say.
I'm going to check him out, JB, see what he got.
3rd down right here. Last time they went with a smash concept, a corner concept. Let's see if they keep Morris on the ground or we go to the air. Pressure look. Morris rolls left. Fires it downfield. Incomplete. Tried to run an out route over there on the far side. Receiver wasn't able to come up with it inbounds at least. So 4th down at your own 39, Lance. Decision time. Does Coach Fletcher go for it?
Yeah, it looks like he is.
Looks like he's going to. Trips to the far side right here. What are we going to get, Lance? Quarterback run or some kind of screen?
Quarterback run.
Morris drops back, throws it deep, caught complete by Kendall Wolf. So, of course, with that big-time completion right there, the Warriors are going to decline that penalty and take the yardage, Lance. That's going to set them up in Pewitt territory, and they are going fast.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. 42 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and the Warriors are in Pewitt territory. Morris takes the snap, looks for room to his right side, powering forward, knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the Pewitt 10-yard line.
He running the ball hard. Cruise the ball in, will stop.
Correct. Between me and you, Lance, I think Honeygrove's game plan probably wasn't originally to play Morris at the quarterback in. He probably not try to put that on tape before the playoffs.
Right.
Force their hand to maybe have to go to something a little bit earlier than they anticipated down here in Brahmas Stadium.
Yes, sir.
So here we go. Morris and Bailey in the backfield. Looks like we'll get one more snap here to end the first quarter, Lance. This time, Morris hands it off to Bailey over on the left side. Big stop there by Casey Watson.
Casey Watson coming from his defensive tackle spot.
And so that's the end of the first quarter. Pewitt leads 12-0 as we'll switch ends of the field. And we'll be back here after this break. All right, here we go. So we're back from the break, and the Warriors are lining it up to run quickly. Morris brings a man in motion, looks for room on the right side. It's got the corner. Touchdown, Honeygrove. Rylan Morris, Jr., coming in, stepping into the quarterback spot, leading the way through the air and on the ground on that drive, Lance.
Never was touched, JB.
I believe he was the kid we had heard some buzz about in the offseason, getting a lot of recruitment, some Power 5 schools looking at him.
Oregon, some whatnot.
10-8 kid at the state track meet.
Right, as a sophomore.
He's showing off that athleticism tonight.
Hey, in 79, he works at IHOP. He's handing out pancakes.
So the Warriors are looking to go for the extra point attempt. Kick is up, and it's good. So they're able to convert their extra point attempt, so it's a 5-point ball game. 12-7, Pewitt leads. 11:53 left to go here in the first half. We're now in the second quarter.
Quickly moving first quarter.
Now, if you're the Bulls right here, Lance, you've got to be ready for an onside kick attempt yourself.
Right.
Sure. Now Coach Russell, he's done unto others, so you got to expect others to do unto you.
Well, I mean, they're chasing, so.
You got anything around the area, Lance? You got anything you want to talk about? What's some games? Well, we were moved up here on Thursday night, so not as many scores.
No, I don't be.
Look at that. I'm in Friday night mode still.
I guess so. You had me wondering. I'm thinking, daggone.
Now we're going to have to find better conversation.
Right. May have to get a special guest or something. Gilmer beating North Lamar 14-0. Not many in the area.
That's probably about one of the only few. We had seen a couple of another game or two had got moved up to an earlier kickoff tomorrow night. Number 70, Gio. Well, that's going to be a tough name. Garamillo set to do the kicking duties.
Number 70.
Number 70. Does Champ get his opportunity here on another one? This time it's going to be fielded by Wuda Betts as he gets a head full of steam, bowling over defenders. Eventually tackled right about the 44-yard line, setting up the Bulls with pretty decent field position to start here, just short of midfield. Well, Lance, what are you looking for more of? Less of?
Less penalties.
Less of the penalties.
More first downs.
There you go. Keep it simple. 54 checking in.
Gonna go big. Going Wildcat with KD.
Yahir Noriega checks in. I believe he's missed some time this year with some injury. Glad to see him make his way back.
Yes, sir.
So Watson in the gun. Takes the snap.
Gonna be tough sledding, JB. That defensive front they got's pretty daggum good.
They're pretty stout.
Going to get them on something. Going to counter back on something on them, JB.
Well, and that's something to look forward to right here. You know, when you go Watson at the quarterback right there, you're basically tipping your hand at running the football.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see if we've got any pass plays with him at the quarterback spot, anything down the field.
You got to throw at least once or twice just because. You know what I'm saying?
Especially like you say, this Honey Bunch group right here. You let them get a beat on you, and they're going to be on top of it pretty quick.
Right.
Hill and Hodges to the right side. Watson sends the jet motion.
Like you said, JB, I don't know if we're winning a battle up front yet or not.
Big stop there. Is that going to be number 7, Beavers?
Big 79. What number is that? 18.
Number 1, Mason Baker. Coming up with a stop there.
18's a big old kid, ain't he?
3rd and long for the Bulls. Just over 10 minutes left to go here in the first half. Honeygrove, of course, looking to force a punt right here.
Could really use a first down right here somehow.
Well, it was long to go situation when Bailey came up with that reception a bit ago.
Oh, we got a timeout. We took the timeout.
Russell going to take a timeout here, and this may not be this may be a good spot for a timeout right here, Lance.
Sure.
3rd and long right here. Just over 10 minutes left to go. You want to make sure you're regrouped and settled down right here and everybody knows what's going on.
Yeah.
You got to try to get it to one of your playmakers out here in space. You've got to try to get it to Betts or Watson. Maybe something downfield to Bailey again.
Well, if you can get half of it or so, get across midfield, you may go for it. You know?
Correct.
But if not, you're just trying to get a few and get the punt off, flip the field here.
Correct. If you take a shot downfield, you know, you never want to have a turnover, but an interception could be like a punt.
Right.
You just don't want to have a situation where you got somebody with some speed and the ball in their hands.
10-8 returning 8 interceptions.
Yeah, and you got too many double digits chasing.
Yes, sir.
12-7. The Bulls lead here in the first half versus Honeygrove. A lot of good things to look at.
Sure is. Hey, what a good fast start. We hadn't been having very good fast starts. We come out to a fast start. Well, of course, when you run open and kickoff back.
Well, a couple of those heartbreaking losses. We talked about the Hugh Springs game and the White Oak game right there. You had to battle back and had to come back all night pretty much. Smith fakes the jet sweep, fires it out quickly, incomplete.
We'll punt it away.
Bailey set to return the punt right here. If you ask me, Lance, right here, you kind of want to get this one towards the sideline right here over here on Brahmas Stadium, kind of get it.
About lane 3 over here?
Well, you know, you at least want it to bounce out of bounds maybe.
Right.
You want to try to get it at least across the 30 or so.
Don't want no low-line driver to him.
Hodges gets it away. That's what it's going to be, a directional punt. It's going to take a Pewitt hop. That's just what you dialed up right there, Lance, for a punt.
Yes, sir.
Going to be downed right at the 23-yard line. So Honeygrove's going to take over with 10:04 left to go here in the first half.
You know, JB, they swapped quarterbacks last drive, and we still had them to 4th and long right here, you know.
Had the offsides penalty right there, which, you know, they took the shot deep and were able to come up with it.
Right.
But now, like you say, here we go. Well, now we've got Beavers back at quarterback right here.
You say, Coach over there relaxing a little bit now?
Well, I'm sure, like you say, we're not as detailed as to all the details of their season, but they face some injuries. So, this time Beavers drops back, looks to set up the screen, and does. Bailey, a lot of space in front of him, and blockers too. Down the sideline, Morris on the chase, and Bailey goes for a 77-yard touchdown catch. What do we got here, Lance? We got something coming back? We got whistles? What do we got here? Going to be some kind of blocking infraction, Lance?
It's got to be. That's all it can be. Suarez was hustling, trying to save the touchdown.
Yeah, he sure did. What a great effort he was showing there, right there.
Right.
In a pretty tough situation right there, and he never gave up on the play.
Right. Not sure what the penalty going to be.
Well, like you say, it's going to be some kind of blocking infraction of some kind.
Got to be something like to that. Well, that's our kicker there. Hey, JB, that screen was well executed, though.
Yeah, it sure was. Beavers was able to buy time right there, let the rush get to him, and just lofted over the top of him.
He had plenty of blockers out front, and he just weaved his way through. Never got touched down here at the end. JB, need that turnover, JB. Need that interception, baby.
Yeah, it's going to put you in a tough spot right here. So the penalty negates the touchdown. So still 12-7, 9:49 left to go. Honeygrove's in Pewitt territory, right about the 18-yard line.
I guess maybe they call it blocking the back, maybe.
This time Morris back at the quarterback spot, takes it in the gun, penalty marker down.
Coming back.
Dashes out of bounds.
Holding.
And number 5, the ball carrier for the Warriors, Raylan Morris.
Yeah, and just like you say, Lance, it's going to do something to your strategy kicking wise there going forward.
Against the Warriors.
Morris, of course, he's done a pretty great job with a lot of the kicking duties, handling the kickoffs and
he's got a good onside kick.
Extra points. Yeah, he does.
He's got a good hop on it.
Yeah, it's been a weapon for us.
Sure has.
At certain points during the season.
Right. Honeygrove's taking over our road, JB, going backwards.
So that's going to set them back nearly to the 30-yard line, 1st and long. Morris still at the quarterback spot. Rolls right, looking downfield, steps up, throws this one out of the arms of his receiver, intended for number 3, Pat.
We didn't get pretty good pressure on him. I didn't see what it was, but made him rush his throw a little bit.
Yeah, put a little pressure on his face right there. May have obstructed his view downfield. 2nd down here. And when they have Morris there at the quarterback spot, that run-pass kind of option right there, anytime you're changing his landmark, that really puts a lot of pressure on your defense.
Right. You don't know whether to go at him or back up.
And as a secondary guy, even so much more. Right. You still got to cover. But if he breaks contain, you've got to be ready to come and make a tackle. Morris. Play action, rolls right, intended for number 9, Kendall Wolf, incomplete.
Yeah,
a little bit on the field. It looks like he had a nasty streak to him, blocking-wise. Really impressed with him. That time, unable to come up with the completion. So, 3rd and long right here, Lance. You got to be ready for some type of screen, some type of reverse, something right here. I expect the Warriors to be aggressive trying to pick this up right here, Lance.
Oh, yeah, they don't have 2 downs to get it.
Got to be frustrating for them, too. You had a touchdown negated, then you had a penalty back you up right here, so you go from 6 on the board to potentially coming away with not much.
Big play for the Bulls defense right here.
And you're in 4-down territory, like we always say here. Here we go. Morris drops back. Throws it down the middle of the field. Incomplete. It looked like they were trying to set up the screen that time, Lance.
Well,
We just have pressure.
No, it looked like the offensive line let our defensive line through, but he ended up throwing it downfield.
So it's going to bring up 4th and long right here. We've seen them kick the extra point. I don't know, Lance. I didn't get here early enough in warm-ups.
No,
I'm sure they probably don't have a kicker to make this kind of distance here.
No, sir. That's going to be a 52-yard there.
So now your secondary's got to step up and make a stop for you right here, Lance. Big play right here for the secondary. Expect to be tested down the field. And you've got to contain Morris, too.
Right, that's the key.
Here we go. This time, Morris drops back, fires deep, right side, back of the end zone, incomplete. And the Bulls are able to come up with a stop. Turnover on downs, and you avoided disaster on that one there.
JB, you can credit that stop to Ian Morez right there for the hustle that he had right there. That's something that Coach Russell can show on film to the future Brahmas coming up.
That is an awesome point right there. When you talk about team play right there, great point right there. You can point to that. You can say, hey, on one hand, you can think this is a meaningless play. No reason I ought to chase it right here.
Right.
I'm going to get clobbered by an offensive lineman anyways.
Got hurt, but saved the touchdown.
Save the touchdown. And you still have the lead, 12-7. 9:05 left to go in the first half. Now we're back looking for a first down, Lance. Got to have something going here.
Got to get a couple moves changed right here, JB.
Here we go. Smith back at the quarterback. Twins to his right. Play action. Escapes. Fires this one. Caught complete. Looks like Betts. Stiff arm. Nice job to turn up and get upfield that time from Betts. Looks like they're going to spot him just short of the sticks there. 8:51.
And for the Warriors, number 9.
First down here, JB. Let the play clock run on down. Get your first down.
Yeah, that's right. Don't get too cute right here on 2nd and short right here. I'm about like you. We can go under center and hand it off. We can go under center and run sneak.
Quarterback sneak, something like that.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and get the new set of downs myself.
Well, you spoke to it right there. From what we've seen so far, your defense has played pretty well, but this Honeygrove offense is explosive.
Yeah.
So you want to try to limit the possessions and shorten the game.
Yeah, well, they got so much team speed out there. We're going to get a measurement. I think Coach Russell's asking for a measurement on the play.
Yep, you alluded to that team speed right there for Honeygrove, of course. Rylan Morris, number 3, Pat, Drayton Pat, the receiver. Who else was the other receiver for him there?
Pretty fast.
Yep.
And that sophomore kid.
And then 21, Bailey.
Right.
Plenty of explosiveness. Right. Plethora of weapons over there. Your best defense may be holding on to the ball offensively. They bring out the chains to measure it. No signal, so we're still short. 2nd and inches.
I guess so. We didn't get a signal. So.
12-7. Pewitt leads. 8:51 left to go in the first half. Like you said, Lance, let's just go ahead and get this right here. Go under center.
Right.
No need to snap it back in the gun to snap it back 5 yards to get inches.
Keep thinking back to the hustle play there to save the touchdown. What a play.
Maybe Coach Russell tries to draw them offsides. Taking our time. Play clock's down to 10. Smith and Watson in the backfield. Smith takes the snap. Penalty marker comes late.
And a hold.
Maybe Smith, the ball carrier. There's a flag on the play.
Chop block.
Personal foul, chop block
15
against the
yards,
Brahmas.
JB. Now, is that a spot foul? Is that going to be an automatic first down because we got the first down on the run.
You'd like to have the new set of downs. Doesn't look like you're going to get it. Like you said, the 15-yard variety there, Lance. So that's going to take you from the 39, nearly 40, all the way to the 24. So, 2nd and long for the Bulls. Got to have one of your playmakers answer, Lance.
Yes, sir.
Smith hands it off to KD. Looks for room over on the left side.
Boy, there was a hole there, JB, initially, then it closed awful quick. Like I said, their front seven or front six or however many they got up there, the defensive line linebackers, they're special for me.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing a 3-4 base for the most part. Their quarterback there, Levi Beavers, he's a senior playing linebacker for him. Had over 150 tackles, 34 tackles for a loss last season. So you can tell he's probably their defensive MVP.
All their kids looked the part up there, too. Got some good-looking kids.
It looked like a good football team,
yes,
huh?
Sir. Yes, sir.
So play clock at 10. 3rd and long. Watson in the gun. Takes the snap. Picks up a few blocks. Still on his feet.
About to come out of the pile. Oh, they call him dead back there.
Blown dead right about the 34. So that's going to set you up with 4th and 6, 4th and 7 at your own 34, Lance. Decision time for Coach Russell. Do you punt this one away right here?
Got to punt it, don't you, JB?
Got to punt it. Need another one like that you had from Boone last time to take you over into their territory.
Right. Now you could, a little trickeration here maybe.
You could, but then you run the risk of giving it to them on your side of the field right here.
Right.
You would love more than anything to go into half with a lead.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Getting the ball to start the second half.
Bailey's back to return the punt for the Warriors. Play clock's down. They're not going to get it off. Penalty marker.
And we have false start against the Brahmas.
Twelve to 7 our score. You hate to just keep going back to it, Lance. We try not to hammer the point right there, but you've had positive plays. It's just been the penalties that have backed you up. You've not been able to overcome them.
No, sir. Got another one.
False start against the Brahmas.
Now they got Morris and Bailey back deep to return it.
Right.
Maybe a trickeration on their part, Lance.
Oh, no.
Now you get the bad snap. Hodges unable to get it away, so it's going to be turnover on downs. And that 3 plays as far as the negative penalties and the bad snap right there, worst case scenario for the Bulls.
For sure.
Now the Warriors take over inside your own 5-yard line right here. It's going to be hard to keep them out of the end zone.
No, defense has played great up until now.
With the Beavers and the Morris kid right here, it's a tall task to try to keep them out 4 times right here with 5 yards to go.
We need a bad snap or something right here.
Morris looks for room over on the right side. He's got it. Touchdown. So with 5:56 left to go in the first half, Honeygrove answers with their second score to take the lead.
And JB, all that's self-inflicted. Biggest part of it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's the disappointing part about it right there. A lot of that stuff that you can control.
Right.
We've talked about Coach Russell coming in and having to lead and take over and change the program, and that's part of it. At this point in the season, it's really tough, though.
Right.
At the final regular season game.
Right.
We talk about it. You can understand some of that stuff the first few weeks right here, but
especially because how he does the motion and the shifting and all that kind of stuff. But
correct.
When you get to week 10, 11, whatever it is.
Right. And we've talked about it before, you and I. Those negative plays right there, they just, if most teams aren't good enough to overcome them.
No.
You can look at just about any team, any high school team there is. Right. If you've got one false start or if you've got more than one penalty on an offensive series, odds are you punt or turnover on downs.
Well, show you tonight, Honey Grove themselves.
They're
9-1, and they killed their drive with penalties too.
Correct. Like you said, they had it down here in our own territory right here, and when they're unable to come with points due to the penalties.
Right. It's just tough. You had all the momentum in the first half up until this point.
Right, and it's not all the way gone. A lot of football left to be played here, like you said. So now
we showed we can move the ball.
For the offensive group right here, you have to respond, Lance. We've got to come out. We've got to execute. We've got to play clean. We got to take care of business. Honey Grove, they come out with that fake onside scrum right there. They make you respect that every time.
Well, they don't need another possession in this first half, JB.
That is a great point right there.
You know, whatever we got to do. Unless we run this back, then they can have it.
Watson looks for room over on the right side. Stiff arms a defender. Stays on his feet. Cuts back to the numbers.
He got good balance, don't he?
Yeah, he sure does. And he's going to take it out. Great return there from Watson.
Got good field position, JB.
Once again, we've had pretty good field position most part of the night. Yep, I'm with you. You got to avoid giving Honey Grove another possession right here at all costs. I'm in total agreement with you on that.
Yeah.
Got to have consecutive positive plays, ball security. This time, Betts in the backfield. Smith pitches it to him over on the left side.
Not much sledding in the middle right there.
Brings up second down for the Bulls. Looks like they're going to huddle up, like we say, Lance. Use a little bit of that slower pace, a little bit of that tempo. Maybe get this down under 5 minutes here before we get a snap.
Have it to under 5 minutes.
Like you said, this front for the Warriors defense right here, they played well this first half and are really showcasing their ability to get to the football.
Right.
Yeah, they've got a good-looking bunch of kids. They sure do. But more than anything, you can tell they play with great pursuit and they get to the football.
Right. Well, like you told me, you know what a good football team looks like.
Yes, sir.
So.
Low snap. Smith handles it, spins away.
Face mask there.
It's going to bring up third and long.
Put the matrix on the end, did he, JB?
Yeah, he sure did. Fortunately, able to keep possession of the football, too. Low snap right there. 3rd and 10 for the Bulls right here.
Sure do need that first down right here.
Need some chunk play right here.
You know, you get it across midfield, you go for it.
Yeah, I think you're in 4-down territory even now. I mean, I don't know. It's tough to say. Like you said, it'll see if we get it across midfield. Trips to the far side. Betts sends a man in motion. Fakes it.
Ooh.
He gets belted to the ground. Great defense there by the Warriors.
That linebacker number 7, he's a real deal. So
Levi Beavers there.
Levi Beavers he is good.
Getting downhill in a hurry. And after that right there, Lance is going to be forced to punt it away. Need to flip the field once again. We took a little bit of time off the clock right there. Play clock at 25. Looks like we're going to punt this one away, and Honey Grove's going to have a little more than 3 minutes left to go. Hodges set to punt it away. Rush in his face. This is going to be a off the side of the foot punt right here. Not netting much yardage at all. Negative yardage, actually, from the line of scrimmage. So the Bulls are going to have their backs against the wall somewhat. 3:19 left to go in the first half. Trying to keep the Warriors out of the end zone. From the Warriors' perspective, of course, you know that they're fixing to put their foot on the accelerator.
Yes, sir.
And anything they can dial up here to come up with the score. It'll be interesting to see if they decide to go to the air or try to keep it on the ground. 2 tight ends set, twins to the right. Morris takes the snap, looks deep, fires downfield, got a man, caught, touchdown. Drayton Pat.
It's about the 3rd time they've tried that tonight, JB, and they finally connected on it.
Sure thing. You know, a little bit of a wrinkle right there, Lance. They had Beavers in there in the backfield, but he eventually, Morris took the snap, and Beavers was the running back there, picking up in pass protection there. That can be a little bit tough to key right there when you've got both of those right there. You know, you've seen a lot of those wrinkles on the Instagram and the Facebook nowadays. A lot of those colleges playing with 2 quarterbacks on the same play.
Right. You got a center that can snap it to either one of them, you're in business.
Right. And then it changes your responsibilities, too, as far as the mesh and what goes forth. Kick is up, and it's good. 21-12. Honeygrove's answered here late in the first half.
Let's try this again, JB. We don't want to give it back to them again in the first half.
Said that already.
I know. We're going to try it again.
Yeah. It's tough sledding, like you said. We've had our moments and had some positive plays, had the penalties. But that Honeygrove defense is playing pretty well.
They're special, and it's not just against us. They've been special the last 2 or 3 years.
Correct. We know that they've had injuries throughout their season, look as if they're trying to get ready for a deep playoff run.
Right.
Hey, we had talked about it from their perspective. They've got to be fired up and all in. I mean, the region is kind of wide open, so to say.
Yeah, being as Timpson had controlled it for the last Bussy era, how long Bussy
exactly,
was
the last 2 years at least.
Right.
As far as, having, Timpson, they were on another tier, like you said. When you've got a Power 5 kind of athlete at a 2A level right there, it just puts you on another level.
Right.
But this year, I mean, teams like Garrison, Honeygrove, Cooper, Wascom, Shelbyville.
It's going to be good. They're going to catch you on that one time. They're going to kick that one time or another.
They make you honor it every time.
For sure.
Maybe the Bulls might have another explosive kickoff return in them, Lance.
No.
This time, a low bouncing kick fielded by Boone Hodges. Going to give you good field position once again, right about the 46-yard line. Now, if you can pick up a set of first down right here, Lance, you can keep the ball away from them for the first half.
Well, when they go down and score right here and double dip, get the ball, start second half, take the lead, right?
Exactly.
Oh, they get the ball.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, remember they deferred.
So
We ran the kickoff back.
Yeah, you're right.
So nonetheless, you don't need to give them any more possessions than that.
No, they don't want them to double triple dip. Need to answer, JB. Need to answer.
Gotta get the ball to your playmakers in space somehow. Smith takes the snap, runs right, stonewalled once again right about the line of scrimmage.
I'm telling you, that number 7's a player, but whew.
Beaver showing his physicality.
Hey, but I think he got rattled a little bit right there when he met JD in the hole then. I don't know if he was sure what he was going to get into.
Both of those kids right there very similar in the fact that they're physical, tough, gritty.
On the field, called by the rules.
It's going to be our second time out, Mr. Jimmy.
I don't know. Did we take it or did they take it?
Honeygrove took it.
Huh. Wonder what he got on his mind.
He's trying to get this ball back. He's trying to score. What he trying to do?
Yeah, he trying to double dip now.
Honeygrove's defense leading the way with 7 seniors.
Experienced group, you say.
Yes, sir. So they've got their eyes set on trying to make a deep run, I'm sure.
And probably will. Anytime you got a defensive front like that and the speed to go with it,
depending on how it turns out over there in District 10, they're going to draw, I believe, either EF or Big Sandy. Right. Is what it is, right? Hawkins doesn't look like they're going to be able to be in it.
No.
EF and Big Sandy.
And Beggville and Wascom.
Yep. Be some good football here in the next couple of weeks, fellas.
Yes, sir.
Texas high school playoff football.
Gotta like it.
Win or go home.
One and done.
So here we go. Second down for the Bulls. Smith in the gun. Fires it out quickly to Woodabets. Trucks his way forward across midfield. Nice positive completion there, Lance.
Got 5 or 6 on it.
The pass is completed number 4, Woodabets. Pushed out of bounds by number 18.
Wood got out of bounds there, Lance. They're going to stop the clock.
Yes, sir.
Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 5 here from the 49. See if we go to the quick game or try to take a shot downfield. Smith along with Watson. This time Smith looks to keep it. Spins. Looks to avoid traffic.
Never had a chance, JB.
Going to bring up 4th down. Now here, Lance, decision time. Do you punt it away, save some field position? You try to go for it here and pick up the first down.
Well, your last 2 punts haven't been real successful.
Yeah, nor the snaps on them as well.
Right. But you don't get the first down here. You're giving it to them midfield.
Yep, and they've been plenty explosive.
Right.
More than enough time for them to put more points on the board.
Right. Punt it, though.
Need a good execution here on the punt right here.
Yeah, good snap, good kick.
Maybe try to pin it inside the 20-yard line, force them to drive the length of the field.
Coaching them up down there. Motivate that offensive line a little bit to get that first down right here, JB.
That's it. Well, looks like Hodges is set to punt it away. Tyson Jones split out wide right. Could be the fake call here, Lance.
No.
Hodges punts this one away, depending on the spot where it went out of bounds. It's going to be spotted right about the Honeygrove 42-yard line. So with 2:35 left to go here in the first half, Honeygrove leads 21-12, looking to come away with one more score before the half. This time you got Pratt and Morris split out wide. So Rylan Morris, the speedster, in the slot position. They're going to open up with a pistol, 2-back set. Let's see if we go play action or if they're going to hand it off. Beavers, play action. Pressure in his face. Interception! Wuda Betts comes away with the pick. Green grass in front of him. Touchdown, Paul Pewitt. Touchdown, Wuda Betts.
That's what we needed, JB.
And that's the big play we needed right there. And sometimes you come away trying to put your hand in the cookie jar one too many times,
Yes,
Lance.
sir. Yes, sir.
That time, who wasn't getting pressure in his face right there? Bud Hill?
Bud Hill.
Fireworks in the north end of the end zone, Lance, here on senior night. Pewitt gets their 3rd score of the evening with 2:22 left to go here in the first half. Wuda coming up with the pick 6. Lance, I've been waiting on that
I
interception.
know it, JB.
And much less a pick 6.
I know you have been, too.
Man, last couple of years here,
How about-
interceptions have been few and far in between.
When he called it, I about tackled you.
Don't do that.
I knew
Stay up.
I knew you was excited.
That's right. Here we go. Looking to go for 2. Smith under center. Pitches it back to Watson. Unsuccessful.
I like that, though, JB.
21-18 our score after the pick 6.
The 2-point conversion's no good.
As the Bulls trail by just 3. So, a very hard-fought, well-battled first half here for both teams. Back and forth affair. Ups and downs, Lance. A little bit of emotional roller coaster here tonight.
You know, JB, Woodard usually don't play defense either.
Yeah, that's right. That time stepping in at the safety spot right there. Had his eyes on the quarterback.
Right.
Bad ball coming out. Went, got it, made a play.
Outran him.
House call.
Yeah.
So, for the Warriors, does that change their perspective? Do they try to go a little bit more conservative? Or do you think they're going to try to open it up now and try to get some more points on the board here?
Oh, they're going to try to score, I would figure. That's what he's trying to do then.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Had Morris in the slot right there trying to go
That's
downfield.
where he was, yeah.
Hey, and Beavers was loading it up.
He can throw as far as he can throw it.
Yeah, he was. He got on that back foot there, and he was looking to load it up and go deep.
Yep.
Pressure in his face. And
Yep.
Noriega set to do the kickoff duties. 2:22 left to go in the first half. Our score 21-18 as we've got ourselves a first half dogfight here at Brahmas Stadium. Hey, Noriega boots this one away. Fielded by Pat. Drayton Pat. Tackle right about the 42-yard line. Let's see if the Bulls can come up with a stop right here to keep them out of the end zone. If you go into the half right here trailing by 3, you got to feel pretty good about it.
It's a win-win, you think. Oh, you got to feel good about yourself anyway. You're playing with them anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, we had talked about it, and Mr. Jimmy made that point too right there. You just wanted to see these young men come out and compete and play hard, and they've done that up until this point. Morris, this time, back in the gun. Gives it to Bailey. Hands off the reverse to Pat.
Got a wall.
Hits the seam of the defense. Chased down and eventually pushed out of bounds by K.D. Watson. Aggressive call that time from Coach Fletcher.
Used our aggression against us there.
Yep. Well, looks like we had somebody get some penetration there, too. Nearly tackled the running back in the backfield before he could hand it off, but he was able to get it to him.
Maybe
there can be 6 touchdowns scored in the last 3 minutes.
Exciting back and forth affair we've had in the first half.
Sure is.
Ran out of bounds, so the clock stopped. 2:04 left to go in the first half.
Boy, you need to keep him out of the end zone here.
Somehow, some way. It's going to be a tall order, though, Lance.
Yes, sir.
Twins to the right. Send a man in motion. Morris keeps it up the middle as he gets a solid gain for close to 8 yards.
He's a handful.
He's as advertised.
Sure is.
And really been limited in the amount of touches that he's had, considering. He's one of those athletes right there. You could have the ball in his hands every play.
Right.
Hence the reason for playing him at quarterback. Bailey's to his left. Morris drops back. Looks to set up the screen and does. This time, Brahmas in pursuit as Bailey's out of bounds. He's short of the first down there, Lance?
I believe he is.
Good hustle there by the Bulls. Tyson Jones there on the pursuit to keep him from getting the first down marker. 1:26 left on the clock. 3rd and short. Have we seen Honeygrove go under center yet?
No, sir.
3rd and short right here. Doesn't change much for them. They're going to be looking up to pick the first down. Let's see. They got Beavers in there. We know that they like to go to the run game with him. Or excuse me, Morris is in there. They're just going to run a little quarterback sweep, Lance.
Gonna run behind me.
Beavers leading the way. Morris cuts up field. Explodes through the defense. Touchdown, Honey Grove. Yeah, he's got a little different athleticism.
Yeah, you can see it there.
You can see why there's some buzz and some recruitment.
Right. He's got some big holes to run through right there, JB.
Still, when he puts his foot in the ground right there and plants, he accelerates.
Yeah.
Correct. Coming back once again, so.
He'll be a handful next year, too.
So the Warriors find another score here before half, 28-18 with 1:17 left to go here in the first half. Explosive offense from the Warriors.
You often say, JB, they really hadn't put together no drives with no 3, yards. They've got big chunk plays on all their scoring drives.
Yeah, and it seemed to happen when you put Rylan Morris in there at the quarterback spot. It seemed as if that took you to another level. We know they opened up with the Beavers kid, and he's great. He's tough. He's physical. But when you put the Rylan Morris kid in the backfield right there, it takes you to another level.
Goes to another level.
Large chunk plays right there Mr. Jimmy's got reported.
Yes, sir.
One more time, let's hear it for Ian Morrell.
Yeah, that's right.
Had a good football season, too.
Sure did. And I think we're a little, forgive us, we're a little unsure. I don't believe he played last year.
No.
But he stepped in and had a big-time season.
He played pretty good cornerback over all year.
Played great corner. He had a lot of pass deflections. Really helped shore the secondary,
Right.
especially coming off the last 2 years, showing improvement.
Right.
And then, like you said, being a huge part of the kick game this year. There's the onside attempt, like you mentioned there, Lance. And I like to see the Bulls there well prepared.
Yeah. Yeah, the Honeycoat trying to get all he can get too, huh? We need to score now, JB. Somehow we can get it in for the half.
We've still got a couple of timeouts on the board, looks like. I'm all for trying to score, but I would hate to give them another possession of any kind.
Right.
And a nice recovery on the outside kick by number 77.
Zavala checking in at quarterback.
Zavala.
Smith's still in there. Zavala checking in receiver spot.
Little trickeration.
Let's see what we
Double
got here.
pass.
Might have called it, Lance. Although Cruz plays receiver. Smith drops back, breaks contain, stays on his feet, sacked for a big loss.
Can't run from them guys.
Right here, Lance, you just got to save the time, don't you? You just got to roll the clock right here and get to the half.
Get a knee and get out of here.
Yeah, that's right.
And number 7, J.D. Smith.
Honeygrove with only one timeout, so you're second and long right here. You can just get under the center right here. You can hand this one off. You can take a knee. Got to get this one to the half right here, Lance.
Yes, sir.
Trailing by 10. It's been a hard-fought, well-contested, back-and-forth affair.
Got to give it to these Bulls. Got to give these Bulls credit, JB.
Yeah, they came out, got up on them, got the lead.
I think the one still has a 21-point underdog.
This time the Bulls back under center. Smith pitches it back to Watson.
Be the last snap.
It looks like that may be the last one right there. So, looks like we're going into the half, 28-18. The Bulls trail by 10. This stream, of course, brought to you by Hodges Farms, Hodges Son Construction, Bar None Cowboy Ministries, and Jerry Braddock's Auto Trim and Glass. We'll be back after this break.
Cover made by number 50 for the Warriors. That's the end of the half. Good evening. The Pewitt Consolidated Independent School District proudly presents the Pewitt Blaze and Blue Brahma Band. The directors of the band are David Washchalk and Matthew Pfluger. The color guard instructor is Jack Newman. The title of tonight's show is The Upside Down, featuring music from the hit Netflix series Stranger Things. The drum majors are Colin Bigelow, Callie Phillips, and Zayden Gildup. The color guard captains are Cody Whitaker, Katie Edmondson, and Savannah Sartain. And now, the award-winning Pewitt Blaze and Blue Brahma Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pewitt Blaze and Blue Gorilla Band. Overall band students of the week. Our senior.
Oh,
Noriega with the first opening kickoff.
well, Jerry, what you think about the first half?
Well, what a start there for the Bulls. Able to get the opening kickoff return for a touchdown by Champ Bailey there, senior wide receiver. And then able to get the onside and initially went up 2 scores. Or should say answered after the first one. So here we go. We're going to get a handoff over there on the left side, this time to Bailey. JD in on some defense there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And number 21, the ball.
But going back to the first half there,
Brahmas, number 7,
a pretty well-battled, hard-fought first half.
Sure was.
Back and forth affair.
Pewitt,
Pewitt, of course, came out and got the jump, got a few bounces to go your way. Honeygrove, of course, showing off that explosive offense here, led by Rylan Morris here, as he lowers his shoulder, taking it across midfield right there.
He's alone too, JB.
That's what I was going to go to right there. Really, just this Honeygrove offense showing their weapons and their explosiveness. They've got a few skill position players that are difference makers.
Right.
You can see why the Rylan Morris kid is committed to Baylor.
Oh, yeah. Is that where you end up committing to?
I believe now. You know how it is nowadays, Lance. Might open up his recruitment, as we say.
Yes, sir.
So 1st and 10 here for the Warriors. Your score 28-18. Honeygrove leads. That play right there, Morris wasn't able to get any traction. Looks like he ran into his backfield mate there.
Well defended by Boone
And
Hodges.
number 5, Rylan Morris, quarterback keeper once again. Caught in the backfield by number 12, Boone Hodges.
After that stop there, going to bring up 2nd down. So 11 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Trailing by 10. So we go back to it, and you pretty much won the 1st quarter. The
Yes,
2nd quarter, not so much.
No.
That's when Honeygrove started to show their explosiveness and come away with some of those chunk plays. This time, Morris hands it off to Beavers up the middle. Head full of steam. Chase from behind, caught down in Pewitt territory.
Yeah, JB, when you can just alternate your running back and your quarterback like that.
Yeah, that's a tough scheme to stop right there.
Yes, for sure.
Like you said, they just got playmakers. And you look at it, the Morris kid, the Bailey kid, they'll be coming back next season.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so the cupboard's not bare for the Warriors either. 1st and goal. It's going to be Morris, Beavers at the fullback spot, along with Bailey. This time looks to get the handoff on the right side, and Boone Hodges firing through from his linebacker spot.
And number 21,
Boone, the Maverick,
Maverick.
coming up with a tackle for the loss.
Boone
I'd be
Hodges.
surprised if he leads the team in tackles, JB.
He's had a very strong junior campaign,
Yes, sir.
handling a huge part of the linebacker duties. He's been the most consistent and the one that's played the most. He's the one that doesn't come off the field.
Right.
Tight end in motion. Sends Pat in motion. Hands off to him on the jet sweep. Weaving his way,
Well defended.
but tackled. Would bet.
Nice to see Wood out there playing defense, JB.
We've got a few different subs here at defensive personnel. We had Champ Bailey playing some corner. He had the chase down tackle there to save the touchdown there for Beavers.
Taking Morales' spot.
Correct.
Number 4,
JD's back
Boone
out there in the
Hodges.
second half in defense, I see.
Hey, that's what it's about on senior night right here.
Oh, yeah.
I can remember that feeling right there. You know, senior night, you don't want to come off the field right here.
Yeah.
All the work and energy you put into it, and this is the last time you'll ever play at Brahmas Stadium. Makes you want to come out and put together a good performance. Morris and Beavers in the gun. You get a little sprint out, run pass option here, Lance.
Yes, sir.
There it is. Morris looks downfield, lofting it in the end zone. Broken up. Who's that there, Lance? Champ Bailey?
Champ Bailey.
Coming up with a big pass breakup. I believe that one was going to go for 6 had he not got his hand up there.
That was a touchdown.
Looks like they ran a little bit of the wheel route from the slot position there.
Right.
Tried to get a little bit of a window open there. We talked about it there. Morris, with his explosiveness, he puts a ton of pressure on you once he starts attacking the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's 4th and goal, too, isn't it?
That's right, 4th and goal. Ball at about the 14, 15-yard line. So the Warriors are more than likely going to have to go through the air here. If you could come up with a stop on this 4th down, it could be huge here, Lance.
Yes, sir.
Morris and Beavers in the backfield. Whistle blown dead. That's going to back them up. False start for the Warriors.
Yes, sir.
And we have false start.
I like how they run that motion on. Just let that quarterback follow that get motion fake. And use him as the lead blocker right there.
Yeah, that's one thing about Beavers. He's shown his physicality on the defensive side of the ball, but also blocking.
Yes, sir. Getting him behind Big 79 over here.
I believe the story for them, I believe he was kind of had to step into the quarterback role, you know what I mean, with a lot of the injuries that they had. So here we go, empty. Morris in the gun. Maybe look to set up some kind of screen here, Lance. Something like that. Drops back, throws it down the seam. Incomplete. Turnover on down. The Bulls come up with a big second half stop here on the opening possession of the second half. And that's just what you wanted for the Paul Pewitt faithful.
Sure is. Nice job by the defense.
So turnover on downs. Pewitt's offense is going to take over right about the 20-yard line, 21-yard line to be exact.
You hit one right here about 80, JB.
Let's see if the offense can look to get going on track here at the beginning of the second half. $8:13 left to go here in the third quarter. Our score 28-18. Smith drops back, throws this one downfield, intended for Watson, incomplete. A little bit of contact there, right there, but the official was pointing that ball was uncatchable.
I like the play call, though, JB.
Going up top on first down right there, stretching the defense.
He had a step.
I agree with it also. As much as you throw that quick screen game or that quick passing game out there, you've got to make them be honest down the field with it.
Right. You know, we hit the 2 in the first half. Champ, 2 passes down the field.
Correct.
Wonder if JD got his 100, has he got his 100 yards passing yet tonight, Mr. Kimmy? No.
J.D. Smith right below the 1,000-yard mark for passing. Drawing even closer to it now. Watson takes the snap. Falls forward. Gain of a couple. Bring it up third down for the Bulls.
And number 0,
big third down right here.
With a good hard run up the middle. For a short gain, tackle made by number 1 for the Warriors, Mason Banker.
Let's go,
7:30 left to go here in the third quarter. 14 on the play clock. Third down for the Bulls. Looking to come up with a big conversion here in the second half.
What you doing here, JB?
Looking to get it in Wooda's hands somehow. He split out to the right side of the field. Play clock's going to be down.
He never called it. No, he did.
Sideline judge finally calls it. Delay of game.
And delay of game
Let's go back
against
the Bulls up
Brahmas.
once again.
5-yard penalty.
It's a little rougher.
Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 13 here. Watson in the gun.
3rd and 18.
False start once again backs us up even
A
further.
false start against the Brahmas.
Bitten by the penalty bug, Lance.
Yes, sir.
Can't seem to shake it.
No, sir. Dimmer. Hard ones to overcome.
Drive killers.
Hard ones to overcome, JB. Went from 3rd and 5 to 3rd and 17.
.640 left to go here. Midway through the third quarter. A little bit faster pace quarter here.
Yeah, the first half went fast the last 3 minutes.
JD takes the snap, looks for room, not going to be able to get much.
Never had a chance.
It's going to bring up 4th and long. Well, that time your defense was able to get the kind of answer that you wanted.
Right.
Weren't able to get a set of first downs. New set of chains there on that drive.
Do we ever get any positive?
Tackle in the backfield brings up 4th down for the Brahmas.
Looks like Hodges is going to be set to punt it away once again. Bailey set to return it for the Warriors. I don't believe Bailey's got his hands on one yet cleanly.
No.
You would like to keep it away from him once again. This time, Hodges gets a hold of this one.
Keep it out of Bailey's hands.
It's going to set up the Warriors with pretty good field position after the punt. Once again in Bulls territory.
Bulls defense got their back up against the wall again.
And that's the trouble right there, Lance, with an explosive offense like this. You don't get so many opportunities, Yeah, the more opportunities you give them,
yeah,
the tougher it's going to be.
We get them down here in this short field, though. It kind of condenses them a little bit.
Empty. Morris, the quarterback. Baylor commit, I believe. Showing off his talent and athleticism tonight. Sends Pat in motion. Fakes it to him. Breaks contain. Rips one off over on the right side. Spins off a defender. Looking for the end zone. We're going to have him just short. Touchdown saving tackle that time. Looked like Champ Bailey able to come up with it.
And the quarterback keeper, Wayne Morris.
Going heavy, Lance.
Heavy.
And looking to line it up quickly. No huddle. Just subs off the field. Beavers. Looks like we're going to get a little beast formation left here. And met in the backfield.
JD. Hey, JD, listen from the safety spot.
Is that Nevels or JD?
Yeah, number 7 for the Warriors, Levi Beavers.
Oh,
Caught the
that was
backfield by
Nevels.
Number 16 for the
knocked the ball
Bengals.
quick, didn't he?
Sure did. Come from his linebacker position right there. Shot the gap.
Good negative play.
Under 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. 28-18. Honeygrove leads. Lining it up, going quickly, just going the other side. Penalty marker down. Is that going to back them up?
Yep.
False start on the Warriors.
Ain't just us, JB.
Ball start against the Warriors. 5-yard
That
penalty.
looks like this crew tonight, making sure everybody's set and ready before they snap it. So it's a goal to go, correct?
Yes, sir. Bulls defense trying to get their back up.
Morris in the gun. Bailey to his right. 2-by-2 set. This time Morris fires it quickly on a slant, incomplete. That time intended for number 12, Austin Freeman. Fortunate for the Bulls that he didn't catch that one, Lance. Looks like he had a step inside right there.
Right.
If he was able to complete that one, he was going to be near the goal line. Bringing up third down. Got to be frustrating, too. The Warriors have had a few drops tonight, a few balls that, if they could have come up with, could have been big-time plays.
Right. Bulls defense played a lot of plays.
Yep. And I like your point, too. Like you say, when you get down here in the red zone, it does condense their spread attack a bit. But
Right.
Morris's athleticism is hard to contain on the edges.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This time, sends Bailey in motion, fakes it to him, splits the defense right down the middle, spins, kept out of the end zone, bringing up 4th and goal. Let's see, Lance, do they line it up quickly or are they going to huddle it up?
Then number 5, Randy Morris, quarterback
Let's
keeper.
go, defense. Keep them out right here, baby. Let's
Short of the
go.
goal line. Tackle made
Tyson
by
Jones will
number
stop
2,
for the Bulls.
Tyson
Good
Jones.
tackle there from the junior Tyson Jones. He's had a nice junior campaign.
Sure has. He's grown into a football player this year. You've seen it.
Yep, we've seen it firsthand.
Yes, sir.
Seen a lot of growth from all this
Right.
program, football team as a whole, and a lot of these players individually.
Yeah. One more time, D.
So here we go. We got Beavers back into the backfield. Maybe look for him to lead the way with Morris. That he does. Looking for room over on the right side. Touchdown, Honeygrove.
Well, JB, we fought a good fight on that one.
Morris bashes his way in there off on the right side. Beavers leading the way.
For a touchdown for the Warriors.
Like you said, JB, you can't just ask your defense just to keep stopping them like that.
Yeah. And then, when you've got Morris at the quarterback spot, too, you gain that extra blocker right there. It's just a tough task. I believe we forced their hand and forced them to play Morris a bit more at quarterback tonight.
I bet he's played more than they wanted him to at quarterback.
That's exactly right. I thought their game plan was probably to try to save some of that for the playoffs. So here we go. Extra point attempt is good. 35-18 with 3:26 left to go here in the third quarter.
Some extras going on.
Brother fans, let's hear it for our cheerleaders.
Solans trailing at this point right here. Like you said, you want to get these senior nights. You want to honor them, get them some playing time. Like you said, though, you're kind of treating it, getting ready for the playoffs. Looks like we had a little bit of an update on the playoff. What's the schedule looking like?
Here in Thursday night in Marshall. Over here. That's not confirmed.
Nothing confirmed. It's just what we've heard here early on is Pewitt versus Washington in Marshall on Thursday. Not confirmed, but more than likely.
We've had some big wins down there in Marshall, JB, over the years.
Tell me about some of the history down there. What do you remember going down there and doing?
Beating number 1 Garrison, defending state champ number 1 Garrison down there.
What year was that?
Going to be in 04.
Super Junior Zoe Chandler.
Gerard Blunt was their player they had.
Junior,
Was he a good one?
Garrison.
Was he a good one? Him and Jesse were two warriors. Jesse Harrison, they were two warriors going at each other down there.
Yeah, that's back in about the 04 years like that. Like you said, it had been a whole lot different football being played under center, more wing tee kind of offenses, tight ends.
And that's where that 05 group, that's when they were coming together in 04 right there. They made 4 rounds deep there.
All right. Could be something like that forming here tonight, Lance, for this group right here.
Then we have mascot senior, Madison Laffer. And super sponsor,
Line drive kick, fielded on a hop by Boone Hodges. Head full of steam, takes it nearly to midfield. So the Bulls offense setting up with good field position once again, Lance. We've had good field position at
All night long.
various different points. (35-18) our score. Just over 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. J.D. Smith leads the way at the quarterback spot. Bailey split to the bottom of the screen. Betts in motion. This time they're going to pitch it to him. Looking for room over on the right side. And a nice tackle there by number 9, Kendall Wolf.
Yes, sir.
Great pursuit there, time by the Warriors defense. Well, Lance, what are you more impressed with, the Honeygrove defense or the explosive offense?
Defense. Defensive linebacker number 7 is impressive to me.
Wolf, he hustles to the ball.
Yeah.
I'd give those 3 down line up there a ton of credit right there. Who's that 18 right there? Brody Mahan.
He's a man down there, though.
He's been playing that 5 technique right there.
Yeah. And they got the guy on the nose up there, straight up on the nose. He's rough, too.
This time, trips, handed off to Betts. Hey, there you go, dragging defenders, ripping through the pile, spinning, tearing his way through the defense.
That's a pretty good hole right there, JB. He found the crease right there.
And a nice physical run there from Wuda Betts, showing off his physicality.
First down.
Gotta love his frame and strength.
Number 21 for the Warriors.
Just a sophomore.
Difficult to bring down. Smith pump fakes, looking for room over on the left side, lowering his shoulder,
Truck though, boy.
dishing out some physicality himself, and the Bulls are on the march
On the move, JB.
in Warrior territory. 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter, 35 to 18. Now you've got a little bit of momentum here, Lance.
Keep it going, baby.
You've got it into Betts' hands. Nice positive run there from Smith. Like you say, hate to see him hampered so much during the season because it was such a big part of the game plan early on.
Looks like he's moving pretty good here this evening. No?
Offensive line getting a little bit of traction on this drive here, Lance.
Right.
Looks like we're going to get empty. Trips again. Tight end and wing to the right. Sends Watson in motion. Fakes it to him. Sets up, throws deep downfield.
Oh,
Incomplete. Fortunate for the Bulls that time, unable to come up with it there.
pretty good move right there just to escape the rush and get rid of it.
Yeah, it was. And he threw a nice spiral, just a little bit off the mark, looking for Bailey down the sideline. Incomplete. 1:19 left on the clock. So after the downfield shot, Lance, you got 2 plays to get 3 yards here and some change. What are you looking for here, Lance? In my opinion, you got to get it to Betts, and you got to get him going downhill.
Right.
You know. You love what KD does and the explosiveness that he has.
Quarterback sneak.
There it is. Good call, Lance.
You have to come out to the side over there.
Jameson Cox dishing out some pancakes over there.
Did he get his first down? No, he's still be short.
What a spot. Still short. Lining it up quickly. Once again, here we go. Smith takes the snap. Nothing initially. Stays on his feet.
He got it.
Bad spot from the far side over there. Doesn't look like he's going to have it from that spot. We have a penalty marker, Jimmy? What are we going to get here, Lance? We're going to get
Or are they going to try to
get a
measure?
measurement.
I guess so.
Not a very favorable spot there
No, sir.
for the Bulls. JD doing what he could. Really well defended there initially from Honeygrove. They were all over it right
They
there.
was ready for it.
Looked like he had a safety coming there, jumping over the pile there, trying to reach and pull a Troy Polamalu.
Yeah.
And JD was able to spin his way, showing that second
Hang on
effort.
a second here. We can't measure it. We're going to move the chains. They already moved the chains. Can't measure that.
And the Warriors take over on
Turnover
down.
on downs. The Bulls unable to pick up the conversion.
Man, we was getting some movement. We was getting some traction, like you said, JB.
Yeah, that was a promising drive there. Unable to come up there. 2 quarterback sneaks to get 3 yards right there. Got to give the defense a little bit of credit there.
Right.
Under a minute left to go in the third quarter. 35 to 18. Got to expect to see the Warriors keep their foot on the accelerator. So here we go. The Warriors take over right about the 30-yard line. Morris drops back, looking deep.
Here's where he's trying.
Now looks to pick it up with his feet. Dancing out of bounds.
That's where he gets to be trouble, JB.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. You get that kind of athlete out with that amount of grass around him right there. That's a tough tackle.
Right. And like you said, you got to cover the receiver. He's finna throw it long. So
Yeah.
they put you in a bind when they put him back there at quarterback.
Interesting to see right here because it hasn't been a big part of their game plan maybe due to injuries. So this may be a little bit different from the identity they've had up until this point during the season. Pat comes in motion. This time, Morse is going to run a speed option the other way, keeps it. Separates from the D, down the sideline, and there's that speed right there, Rylan Morris.
Yes, sir.
Takes it for about a 56-yard touchdown run. 54-yard touchdown run, excuse me. 10.85, 100-meter dash kid last year as a sophomore. I think I had somebody ask me there at one of the games there leading up into this game. They said, well, is he really that fast? I said, well, hey, anytime you run 10.85 at the state track meet.
Yeah. Yeah.
In official time.
That's digital time.
Yeah. It's not on a stopwatch there at your hometown track meet.
Yeah, that's not your local Joe running the watch.
You can see why he's got Power 5 offers.
For sure. Just being a junior, too.
Kick is up, and it's good. 42-18. Honey Grove leads here just about at the end of the third quarter. Well, like you said right here, Lance, a couple of ways to look at it. You're looking to send these seniors off here in front of Brahma faithful. Finish this game strong here. Teaching points, reps, culture changing.
You know, JB, you think about, look back at the first 3 quarters here, and we got the
So if anyone's missing a
we had
fourth
the bad
key
snap
foul,
over
we
the
have
punter's
it
head.
here in the announcer's booth.
And we had the 2 punts, and one of them was negative yards, one of them was 3 yards.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3 possessions there that it's closer than the score, shall I say.
Yeah, it was a competitive ball game early,
Right.
but you just knew the more possessions, the more opportunities that they got, the more it was going to go in their favor.
Right. Can't hold them down forever, I don't
Yeah,
think.
that's right. And then you haven't capitalized enough on yours.
Right.
And then to go along with the penalties, like you say, Lance, it's kind of not. You haven't had the time of possession in your favor, also.
No. You know, there's 2 drives there in the first quarter. We get down here on the 20 and, you know, end up had to give a punt it or turn it over on downs 1. You look at it a lot of different ways here.
Kick is away, fielded off the grass by Watson as he's wrestled down right about the 34-yard line.
Well, JB, so all 3 phases have scored tonight. Special teams, defense, and offense.
Hey, that's a great point right there, Lance. Wonder when the last time that's happened. So this time we've got twins to the right. 1st and 10 for the Bulls. Smith firing it out quickly. Betts catches it, fighting forward.
He's not easy to get out.
Looks like he's going to pick up a gain close to 3 yards.
And the pass for J.D. Smith, the number 4 motor bets, was complete. And the tackle made by number 33 for the Warriors, Cord Butler.
Second down for the Bulls. Play clock at 19. Game clock is stopped at 19. Left to go here in the third quarter. Low snap. Smith unable to get this one away. That may be the last play of the quarter right there. So our score 42-18 here at the end of the 3.
And that's the end of the third quarter.
Well, we get set to start the fourth quarter here. 42-18 our score. We swap ends as the Bulls are facing the north end zone. Smith tosses it back to Watson. Cuts through the defense. Where he's eventually wrangled down inside Warrior territory right at the 35-yard line.
That's our biggest rush of the night, JB. Longest rush of the night.
Katie Watson able to take advantage of the aggressive defense there and hit the cutback lane.
Is that the option, JB?
No, I believe it's just our pitch play that we run right there. Watson was able to put his foot in the ground that time and accelerate through the defense, picking up a big gain for the Bulls. Twins to the left. Smith fires out quickly to Betts. Nice block out front that time. That Zavala with Tyson Jones.
That's Zavala. I like how when Wood catches that, JB, he just heads straight north and south. He don't touch the middle
Right.
Nice gain on the play. Tackle made by number 1, Mason Banker.
Another positive one right there, Lance. Stay on track.
Stay on track.
Keep it going. Keep pounding.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Bulls sprint out of the huddle quickly. Smith flips it back to Watson as he's cut down in the backfield. Going to be stopped short of the sticks. Looks like that time was Smith. Did he get his ankle stepped on that time before he got out of there? Looked like an offensive lineman might have got on his foot there.
So. I was trying to see what.
You hate to see that. Anytime you got those guards pulling or anything. Play clock down to 12. We're going to be able to get one off here, Lance.
Hurry.
Third and about 3. 2, 1. Handoff. Betts, left side. Good enough for a first down.
Move him like that.
You know, we've talked about there's going to be some weapons coming back to this Pewitt offense here next year. The cupboard's not bare. But, you know, I just can't help but, you know, Wuda, man, he's just such a physical back, man.
Yeah.
Getting him downhill, I just like the idea of it.
He's going to be such a mismatch here in the near future, next couple of years.
Already is for a lot of teams.
Right. He's going to be that Morris kid. He's going to be that difference maker, though.
Correct. This time, Smith pump fakes. Throws off his back foot.
Oh.
Incomplete. Intended for Zavala that time.
Yeah, he gave him a chance, though.
The pass goes incomplete.
We've seen some success early with it. That little pump and go look right there. Able to come up. Champ Bailey was able to come up with a big catch and completion.
Right.
Second down for the Bulls. 9:46 left to go here in the ball game. Trailing 42-18. This time Smith pitches it over on the right side to Watson. Tackled for a big loss. Warriors defense was all over that.
Well, we were so heavy that way. We just had one guy on this side of the center of that play.
That Honeygrove defense is fast.
Yes, sir. Well coached. Prepared. They're prepared.
Relentless in their pursuit.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that number 7 linebacker, he sure is good.
That was kind of the story that we've been talking about all year long, you know, going from 3A to 2A. I was talking to somebody down there at halftime. The top of 2A is just as competitive as a lot of parts of the 3A.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Smith drops back, pressure in his face. He's going to take a big sack on third down.
Never had a chance, JB.
Never had a chance there. Clock rolls, 8:40 left to go in the ball game. 4th and long. Well, Lance, do you heave it deep here at the end zone? Or you're going to have to try to punt it. I like the idea of just chunking one to the end zone right here. I mean, if it's picked off there, it's as good as a punt, which defensively you never catch that.
Right. Well, yeah, he's going to have time to throw it.
Yeah, that's right.
JB, McKinney said, tell JB.
Yeah, that was when I was filming.
You're right. Right.
That was when I was distracted having to film.
Right.
A little more focused tonight.
No shimmy. Uh-oh.
We're forced to take a timeout here. Play clock winds down. 7:58 left to go in the ball game. 42-18, your score. We'll take a break.
And we have a timeout on the field called by the Brahmas.
Fourth and long for the Bulls. Looks like they're going to come out in a punt formation here, Lance. Nobody back deep to return it. JD punts this one right here. It's going to travel into the end zone for a touchback. So with under 8 minutes left to go, Honeygrove in control of this ball game right here. It'll be interesting to see if we get any substitutions, a little bit of slower pace, or if they are looking to build towards the playoffs right here and work out some of their strategy / wrinkles, things they want to work on.
I was wondering if he's going to start getting a running clock here.
Well, it looks like we're getting some subs. Look like Morris is out of the game, to say the least. Maybe a little backup quarterback action here, Lance?
We don't even have a back judge. He's over here. He ain't even watching the play.
Handoff this time up the middle. Yeah, we've got some subs, don't we, Lance? We don't got 79.
Yeah. There's Bowski on the stop.
Different quarterback in there, so the Warriors looking to play some of the younger players, perhaps. Well, throwing me off. No, not that many games in the area tonight. Not much to talk about here.
Nothing else to talk about, JB.
Well, we can talk about this group right here, of course, like you say. Senior night, recognizing all of those kids right there. Getting ready to get back on the wall, Lance.
Yes, sir.
Playoff time.
Playoff time. Next week. Live and in color.
We get matched up with Wascom, of course, and they're making the drop from 3A to 2A like we are.
Right. And then Wascom's not uncommon. We've faced Wascom quite a many times.
Many a times. Actually, I didn't talk about that enough with this matchup right here. The all-time Pewitt Honeygrove series. Pewitt leads 3-0, so Honeygrove's going to come away with their first win in this all-time series. Yeah. You remember the last time we played Honeygrove, Jimmy? Let's see how good that memory is there. I got it right here, too. Let's see, we played 2002. Looks like at Honeygrove, 14-13.
Yep.
1999, at Honeygrove, 55-0. In 1998, 48-7.
Yeah, well, you know what them 2 years is going to be.
Yeah, 98, 99, you know what that's going to be. And then what about 2002? Is that just before the Huckabee era, or is that the first year of it?
I think that's going to be the first year of it. Was that a playoff game? Yeah, up in Mineola or?
14-13. Oh. Here we go. We got some action here. Number 8, Lane Foster Jr.
And number 8 on the reception lane, Foster. And
You know, this is a pretty experienced group right here for the Warriors. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 seniors and a pretty decent junior class. Quarterback keep right up the middle of the defense. Big blow on the hash there. Zavala on the tackle. 7 minutes left to go as the Warriors take over in Pewitt territory. Some of those second stringers, Lance, when they get their opportunity to get some reps in there, they take advantage of it.
Wide open, baby. You can't blame them either.
By number 13, Cruz Zavala. Pewitt Brahmas.
They're going to run the clock now a little bit themselves.
Yeah, and that's some of their decision there to get some of those subs in there, too. You imagine, well, for both squads right here, too, you want to get out here as healthy as you can going into next week.
Right.
We talked about that's one of the big deals when you're getting into the playoff tournament like that is matchups and health.
Right.
This time, quarterback keep.
Once again, Boone Hodges in on the stop.
It's like Braxton Wiggins on the carry there, sophomore.
What is it my boy JB always says? Healthy and hot when you get into the playoffs.
15
And
seniors
number
there
12,
for
Boone
that
Hodges on the
bunch.
tackle.
Healthy and hot, JB.
Healthy and hot. That's what the playoffs is all about.
One and done.
Like you say, a lot of history between that Wascom bunch right there. We just played them pretty recently, even in a couple of years ago here.
Yeah, played them last year.
That's right. And then the one before that got canceled the year before that, right?
Once again, Boone Hodges in on the stop for the Bulls.
Maverick.
He's adding to his stat total tonight.
Sure is. He's got to be in double-digit tackles for sure.
Got to be leading the team in tackles, don't he?
Yes, sir. Bringing up third down. Oh, yeah, he's had the highest number of snap count. I bet he's played close to 95% of the defensive snaps of the season.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about it. For what he lacks in size, he makes up for with his instincts.
Yeah. He ought to be a real leader on that defense. Not that he ain't this year, but next year, being the senior year, he ought to be the real leader on the defense.
Exactly. Quarterback sprints out right, throws it, caught, complete.
I guess he'll get the quarterback.
Number 12, Austin Freeman there.
Well, but Maverick get the quarterback.
And the pass is complete to number 12.
Tough play that time for the Bulls defense. Give up a first down. Under 5 minutes left to go here in the ball game.
It was positive to see JD move around like he did this day. Now he probably be sore tomorrow, but looking forward to next week. His health, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Like you say, win or go home next week.
Yes, sir. And we need all hands on deck next week.
That's right. Jet sweep.
Once again,
Turns the corner.
Once again, number 12, Boone Hodges in on the stop for the Bulls.
Number 8, Lane Foster walked here for the Warriors. Tackle made by number 12,
Bringing up second down for the Warriors.
Well, JB, let's assess the first regular season under Coach Russell. What you thinking?
Yeah, that's right. To assess it and look back at it, you're back to 500, 5-5, and back on the wall, back in postseason play right here.
Yes, sir. You're finna get 3 or 4 extra practices this coming up week.
So when you look at it, you know, it's all about expectations. That's the deal right there, you know. I know some folks had really high expectations, you know, coming down from 3A to 2A. That being said, you're coming in with a new staff, so a lot of changes.
Yeah, and hadn't been very successful the last couple of years.
Yeah, so Coach Russell and his staff, they've got to come in and they've really got to change culture, you know.
Right.
So that's not something that just happens overnight.
Right.
I kind of asked you the question. I thought, you know, hey, if here we go, Boone Hodges comes up with the interception, it's going to be a penalty play. Were you offsides that time, Jimmy?
Yeah. Well, Boone Hodges had himself a ball game, JB.
Yeah, he sure has. He's going to be worn out.
He will sleep well this evening. He probably won't sleep well this evening.
Intercepted by Boone Hodges, but with a flag on the play.
Coach Rod, getting him a break now. He knows he's tired.
Subbing in the younger Hodges there.
Yes, sir.
Brody.
Brody.
But to finish assessing the season right there, I had that question for you right there. If we had won White Oak and Hugh Springs and finished 7-3, or split and finish 6-4, how much more, is it more successful in your mind,
No, I don't think so, really. I mean,
2 heartbreaking losses.
Correction, 1st and 10.
Both to 3A opponents, too, also. Here we go. Interception. Katie Watson roaming back there at his free safety spot. The Warriors continuing to go to the air in that time.
Got 2 of them for you, JB.
And number 0, Katie Watson on the interception.
That's right. Secondary coming up with 2 interceptions. I love to see it.
That's one of my things on the season, JB, is turn around of the defense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's night and day.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's been the biggest defense the biggest improvement is the defense.
For sure.
Now tonight, you're saying, well, you give up 42. Well, Sunny Grove bunch right here, they're looking to make themselves a deep playoff run here.
Right.
They got lots of experience, got a lot of playmakers.
Right.
Coach Fletcher over there looks like he's in his 3rd year right here, so really getting rolling.
Getting his stuff, buddy.
We got Bailey in at quarterback.
Uh-oh.
Depending on the spot right there, Lance barely avoids a safety.
Coach Russell getting his senior in back there, take a few snaps.
2:30 left to go in the ball game.
Maybe letting JD and Katie get a little rest right here.
Got to do all you can to avoid the safety right here, Lance.
Right. Have to go under center here, JB, and run the wing or something.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but overall, a successful season, you got to say. I mean,
oh, yeah, for sure.
Just about no matter how you look at it. Smith fires it out quickly. We're going to call it incomplete.
JB, as soon as he caught that snap, he threw it, but he had people in his face. Just,
An incomplete pass.
So it looks like Honey Grove's going to finish the outright district champs.
Yes, sir.
Well deserved. They pretty much locked that up last week when they had the win over Cooper.
Right.
Like you said, the top of 2A is heavy, man. It is. There are some really talented football teams. This time, Smith keeps it on the quarterback keep. Looking for room over on the left side. Still going to be short. 4th down. Just over a minute here, Lance. Play clock at 40. Let's see what you get right here. Interesting decision time right here. You look to punt it away.
No,
You got to punt it away.
Either way.
Let's see here because it's 4th and 11 still, right? But nonetheless, want to tip our caps to these seniors here tonight on senior night here, Lance. Let's see here.
Thank them for all they've done. Read the names one more time, JB.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go through them right here. Led by Champ Bailey, Jaqueline Roney, J.D. Smith, Kean Lloyd, Dustin Nevels, Ian Marez, Bud Hill, Casey Watson, Jamison Cox, Jet Zavala, and Joseph Brown. Tip your caps to those young men right there, like you say, laying the foundation, looking to get things turned around right here.
It hadn't been I guess you could say their career just hadn't been real easy on them. Their 3 years in high school hadn't been real easy on them. Tipped a hat for them to come out and play in the year and all that.
Yep, exactly right. Not quitting, not giving up.
Could have been discouraged, not wanting. But hey, strong tradition here at Paul Pewitt, JB.
Yeah, that's right. The future looks to be bright here as we get things going underway.
Next week against Walsall, of course, they're going to be the district winner over there.
Yeah, that's right. When you're the 4 seed like we are, you're going to draw district champs over there, and they've had a really, really great season, I think, so far this year.
And not to say they can't be beat, because they can be beat.
Yeah, that's right.
But they're not going to do it with the penalty.
Yeah, you're going to have to play much cleaner.
Much cleaner.
Execute much better. This time, Smith's going to be back deep. Gets this one away. It's going to take a Pewitt bounce near midfield, out of bounds, right about the 49-yard line with 20 seconds left to go on the game clock.
Surely Honey Grove takes me here.
Should see nothing but the victory formation here for Coach Fletcher and his bunch. Got to tip your cap to Honey Grove. They're as advertised.
Not bad.
They've got some difference makers at playmaker spots. Beaver's kid's impressive.
They'll play another couple, 2 or 3 weeks for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Depending on how our schedule breaks, liable to catch them no matter where they're at.
It may be.
Next week, playoff football. It'll be exciting. There's the victory formation taking a knee, so that's going to be about the end of it here, 42-18. We appreciate you joining us. Tipping our cap to these seniors here once again tonight.
Yes, sir.
This stream brought to you by Hodges Farms, Hodges Sun Construction, Bar None Cowboy Ministries, and Jerry Braddock's Auto Trim and Glass. I'm Jerry Braddock along with Lance Luttrell.
Good night, God bless, and go Bulls.